Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a quick mileage update on the Milestar Patagonia tires. You don't really hear too many reviews from people who don't have sponsorships with Milestar, and that's kind of the way it goes with a lot of different parts, but this is just real life numbers. I haven't found a whole lot of different updates on different mileages and see how the tires wear over time, and they are still fairly new, but I think it's good information and can be useful to somebody looking at longevity and not just form or function. So right now, I think the last update I did was around 3,000 miles, and now we have about another 2,700 miles on the tires. So I think we're around 5,750 miles on the tires. So getting close to the 6,000 mile mark. And we still have not rotated them. We're going to rotate them in the next month. Just haven't been able to have time. Lately, it's been a very busy time of year, of course, so we'll get that done in the next month or two, but the tires are just starting to show cupping on the front, which is pretty good because I know on my Rubicon, the stock BFGs start to show cupping pretty quickly, and as most Jeeps do. Just start to notice on the edges here, you can see when I get it up close to the angle. Surprisingly, the tire noise has not changed so far with almost 6,000 miles on the tires. Just measured the tread depth. It's at 16/32 on the front and on the rear, which is 3/32 worn down so far. And at least in my experience, as the tires wear, the rubber gets harder and they wear at a slower rate. So we'll have to see how that progresses and if there's any acceleration or if there's any slowing down of the tread wear. But 3/32 over 6,000 miles, that seems to be pretty good life. So we'll have to see it in the future, how well it does. We have been on 2 or 3 four-wheeling trips, I believe 2, but we went to Barnwell once.
Go, 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 go! All right, hold it. There you go, there you go, there you go. Okay, straight, straight, straight.
Yep. Coming. Okay. Come. Hard passenger. Okay.
Belly hit.
Come. Come. Keep coming. Good job. Now keep coming straight. Turn driver. Driver. Now roll up it. And we just recently went to the Hot Springs Off-Road Park, September 28th. Good job. All the way this way as far as possible. There you go. There you go.
Hard.
Hard go.
Hold it. Stop.
Back up.
Hard. Back up.
Okay. Great. Keep that line. Keep that line. Now start coming driver. Perfect. Good job. And had a wonderful time out there. The tires did great. Drove there, drove back, no trailering. And the tires barely took any damage. As you can see from these couple wheeling trips, there's a couple marks here and there. But again, very soft rubber compound, but no chinking so far as I can see, which is interesting because my BF Goodrich's on my Jeep, this is my mom's Jeep, the stock BF Goodrich tires on my Jeep took a lot of damage just four-wheeling the last couple trips Lots of chinking in the tread, lots of different things on the tires that you can see they're fatigued. And they've been used, which they're still great, but these still look pretty brand new as far as tread goes, pretty highway driven. But as I said, the noise has not increased so far. You can see pretty clearly the contact patch we have is full on the tires. So the air pressure is about right. We're running around 32 in these tires. And we have not had them rebalanced, which is something else that's been impressive. Four-wheeling, going on trips, not having to rebalance the tires, don't have any shimmy or wobble. We drove back at around 80 miles an hour from Arkansas, and the Jeep did very, very well. Very smooth, very quiet, tracked very straight. So overall, still very impressed with the tires. Still would definitely replace them with the same Milestar tires. Again, at this point, we'll have to see the farther on we go. One thing though, with this 2.5-inch Icon lift, it's hard not to see 37s on this Jeep. After seeing my Jeep with a 2-inch lift, and 37s fit so nicely. They do seem a bit small, but we'll have to see. Of course, it's Mom's Jeep, and we need to do what she wants to do for practicality. It's a very good daily driver, easier on the brakes, and it gets better mileage this way, but I don't know. We'll have to see in the future what happens. But the Icon lift, really doing great still. Need to always retorque your bolts after you go on a four-wheeling trip. I retorqued all of mine after the Arkansas trip, and several of the bolts were looser than the torque spec, which over time you can feel in your steering and in the general waywardness of the front end. Sometimes it'll get a little wandery on you, and it could be that your torque is out of spec or your track bar is loose. It's always good to get under there and check all your bolts, make sure everything is as it should be. But overall, been very satisfied with the lift. It's just a stage 1 lift. So coil springs, dual rate, front and rear, the Icon shocks, and the front lower control arms that are fixed, not adjustable. But the length was proper to get all the caster correction. So there's no shimmy in the steering. Everything tracks straight. It rides very nice, very controlled, and great articulation. Still enjoying the Rockslide Engineering steps. They're all working great. Had a sensor go out on the back driver's side passenger door, and they quickly sent us several replacements in case we had another issue in the future. Very good customer service, and the sensor was easy to replace inside the door, so that was nice. But overall, doing great. Just wanted to give y'all a quick update on the tires, the mileage. Hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year.